Thanks very much for joining us, Manqoba. It looks a little quiet at the moment. Has everybody gone to where they're going?
Well, certainly, Peter, it's very quiet today. I mean, we've seen very few cars passing here at the Hoek Toll Plaza. You can pretty much see behind me here, Peter. It's just a few cars, not quite the gridlock that you see here, where you see cars lining up to pay up. What we've been seeing, in fact, is that just only a few of them have been making their way here. And according to the numbers, what we are receiving, Peter, is that about 774 cars are now passing here at the Hoek Toll Plaza per hour. And that speaks to really the low traffic volumes that we're seeing today, a day just before Christmas. So certainly, Peter, it's been a quiet day here at the Hoek Toll Plaza. But of course, officials telling us that that was not the scene over the weekend, where they saw those cars increasing up to about 2,000 cars per hour. But Peter, just to get a full sense of what's happening in and around Johannesburg, I'm now joined by the Gauteng Traffic Police Department spokesperson Busaphi Nxumalo, who has been traveling some of the province's busy highways this afternoon. Busaphi, thanks for your time. From the N1 to the N3, what's it looking like? Paint us a picture.
Thank you, Manqoba. From the N1 Pumlani Plaza, we are counting 2,774 vehicles passing per hour. So in the northern side is quite busy, and we're having our operations, we're having our officers that are deployed there just to make sure that they are visible and monitor all the incidents on accidents that are going to happen on the stretch of that road. And then come to the N12 towards Mpumalanga, it's busy also. We've got operations, Malaysia. We know most of the people are taking their goods and everything to neighboring countries. So it is quite busy, and we're having our roadside checkpoints there. It's called Operation Malaysia Manqoba Mchunu. So we are happy. Since this morning, no one has been arrested. All the vehicles few vehicles have been impounded, and some luggage has been taken off the vehicles. Here on the N3, the traffic, we're expecting high volumes of traffic to go up late in the afternoon until in the evening. But yes, we are having our law enforcement agencies being visible and monitor our roads so that we make sure that Gauteng remains a safe and a secure province. So we don't want to see more people involved in accident. We don't want to pick up dead bodies. Yes, I was frustrated when I was traveling this side. We had more pedestrians on the N3 that are getting lift. So law enforcement agencies, they are taking care of them, and unfortunately they are going to be arrested because there's nothing that we can do. We try to make sure that we don't want to pick up dead bodies. We are trying to make sure as a province that there is no one that is going to lose their lives this Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas. Everyone wants to go and be with their family and enjoy Christmas. But other people, unfortunately, they don't behave on the road. They are going to face the law.
Okay, let's talk about that issue, because when driving here, Busaphi, we saw quite a number of groups, not just like one or two people, but groups of people that were lining up the freeways to hitchhike to their destinations. Is this safe to do so, and what advice would you give to those people?
The National Road Traffic Act 93 of 1996, it doesn't allow people to be on the freeway. So we've got a team of our officers that are specifically dealing with the pedestrians on our freeway. So they've picked up a lot of them now on the N3. So the afternoon shift also is coming on duty to make sure that they clear up those people, because we don't want to see people dying on our roads. We don't want to, more especially on the N3, it is bad. And so far from the 1st of December until now, more than 70 pedestrians have died on our road. So we don't want to see more of them dying on the road. So we don't want to see them standing hitchhiking or drinking and walking, because most of them they are knocked off because they are drinking and walking. We've got squatter camps just next to the freeway, or Lomisa Park and all that, next to opposite Foster's the bridge. But we just want to make sure that there are no other people that are going to be found on our roads, more especially now, this time of the year. We say no, we don't want to see more pedestrians dying on our roads.
And of course, coming here, we also saw some of your safety operations that are in place here on the N3, and I saw the focus being mainly on taxis there when we passed there. But of course, what are some of the transgressions that you are seeing more as traffic officials that drivers are not adhering to?
Drivers are still driving in an excessive speed. They're driving at 160 kilometers per hour. You can imagine if a taxi is involved in an accident, 17 people or 15 people are going to die on our road. So we're concentrating on the taxis, number one, for overloading, at making sure that the vehicle is roadworthy, and also the driver is fit. He's carrying a valid PRTP and also a driver's license. And they've got their documents. We've got, as a board, the Department of Community Safety working with permits. So we want to make sure that all vehicles, all transport vehicles, taxis that are leaving the province, they must carry their permits. They must carry, they must, because we're trying to avoid a taxi conflict. They leave Gauteng with the documents that are not correct, and then they go to another location, another province. It is a problem. So we are dealing with those challenges. But excessive speeding, inconsiderate driving, reckless and negligent driving, those are the main things that we are concentrating on.
And of course, we can't leave out drinking and driving, because I've heard your stats that you released earlier to my colleague Sipho Stierman, saying that over 200 people this weekend alone. This is shocking. And what are you doing about it as traffic officials?
No matter how hard we try to arrest or to do operations, intensified operation concentrating on drinking and driving, I think it takes all road users to be responsible. I believe that everyone needs to be responsible. Road safety is everyone's concern. So as a department, no matter how many officers you can deploy and arrest thousands of people, but people need, we need to work together with our motorists. They must know that drinking and driving is not allowed, because you're going to kill yourself and also innocent people. So the message that we want to say to send to our motorists this festive season is that please take charge, asfigeni, because when you're drinking and driving, you're not going to arrive at your destination. So we're saying road safety starts with you. Please buckle up, make sure that you get some rest, make sure that you don't drink and drive, you don't exceed the speed limit. Drinking and driving is a serious matter. It's a serious challenge, and people must be responsible.
Okay, lastly, there are people who are still planning their trips. Some of them planning to even travel over Christmas or leave late at night. Just some tips for them. What can you say to them to prepare for the journey ahead?
I just want to say to our motorists living Gauteng, please, let's take charge. Make sure that you don't exceed the speed limit. Make sure that you've got everything that you want in the car, and you don't drive reckless, and you fasten your safety belt. Please get some rest, because there are garages here. You cannot drive for 6 hours without getting a rest. Please get a rest. Just take it easy on our roads so that you ufige ekhaya and you arrive wherever you are going.
Okay, thank you very much. Busapi Mumalo there speaking to us from the Gauteng Traffic Police Department, really giving advice to motorists to say that they need to abide by the rules of the law, the rules of the road, rather. And of course saying that, some motorists will continue to drive excessively, and that warning motorists, in fact, to try by all means to abide by the rules of the road. You can see here behind me, more people are still going, so they're expecting those numbers to increase later during the day. But at this point, they're saying that people need to prepare well for their trips in order to make it home safe.
Thank you very much indeed, Manqoba. We'll catch up with you again a little bit